I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit. And today I wanted to bring over an expert from the East Coast.
Hello.
Bonjour. Hola.
Namaste.
We are Language
Academia.
Academia. Hi, my name is Ram. I'm an accent coach with Language Academia, and I specialize in the US regional accents. And today I wanted to bring over an expert from the East Coast.
Hello, I'm Lydia, and I specialize in US and UK regional accents.
And these are 5 quick steps to an American standard accent for speakers of foreign languages, part 2. Step 1, U sounds. Lydia, do you want to take a moment to talk about our U's?
There's a little bit of variety that we can find with U sounds in standard American. There's the short sound, which we hear in words like bull, book, or good. We also have the long oo sound, which we can hear in words like soon, or bloom, or room. We also have this common combo of y and oo, which creates this u sound. We can hear this in words like universe, beautiful, or view.
So in a sentence, Lydia, it would sound like, the student studied at the university for a full year.
We could also hear these different U sounds in a sentence like, please pull the blue curtains over the window.
Step 2, A and O sounds. Lydia, what is the difference between these A and O sounds in the American accent?
There's a lot of variety that we can find with A and O sounds. And particularly with words that are spelled with this letter O, we may find that a lot of them have this A sound. I like to use the reference word father. This ah sound that we hear in father, we find in a lot of these O words that we use really frequently, like doctor, popular, or opportunity. This ah is a little bit different from a sound that we hear in words like daughter or awesome or law. So you'll want to make sure you can hear the differences with these ah and aw sounds.
An example of these variations in a sentence would be, he wanted to talk to his boss about the problem at the office.
Another example of these sounds would be, my father always offers advice on how to solve any issue.
Step 3, short and long I sounds. Lydia, will you illuminate the differences between these short and long I sounds?
So this is a really difficult thing to understand and to hear if you're not used to these short and long I's. But we want to be mindful of these E and I sounds because we could end up changing our words without realizing. For example, sheep and ship. That E sound in sheep is going to be a little bit longer, a little more exaggerated compared to that short I in ship. This happens very frequently with words that we use often, like sleep and slip, or beat and bit, even feel and fill. Paying close attention to the length with these E's and I sounds will be crucial.
A great way to practice the difference between the short and long I sounds is in the tongue twister, I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
We can also hear these E and I sounds in the sentence, these crispy chips and this spicy dip are the perfect midday snack.
Step 4, A versus E sounds. Lydia, will you explain the difference between these A and E sounds?
A and E can be particularly difficult if you don't have these or a sounds in your native language. But in standard American, these are distinctly different vowels. So make sure that you're creating enough space in your mouth, especially for this a sound. You can practice these with words that share these sounds, like bad and bed, pan and pen, even sat and set.
Now, Lydia, if I want to practice these a and sounds, what are some good sentences to use?
To practice the sound, we could try a sentence like, the chef carefully chopped the red peppers. For that a sound, a sentence like, the rats ravaged the entire bag of apples.
Step 5, intonation. One of the most challenging things for foreign language speakers is getting the intonation of an American accent. Now, intonation plays a big role in sentences, especially when using prepositional phrases. The rhythm of speech changes as phrases are grouped, with rising and falling tones, giving speech its natural cadence. As an example, if I were to use my own native accent, the Indian accent as an example, you can hear the rhythm. I walked across the park to meet my friend by the lake, but it started to rain before I got there. So you see the clear kind of staccato da-da, da-da, da-da in the rhythm. But when we get to the American accent, you see the rise and fall. I walked across the park to meet my friend by the lake, but it started to rain before I got there. Lydia, what's another example of this?
We can hear this rise and fall in the tone in a sentence like, she placed the book on the table by the window, then sat down to write a letter while waiting for her tea to brew.
So it's important to keep in mind that whenever you're looking for accent reduction, that this is a long process that involves way more than just 5 quick steps. But I want you to know that with repetition and with practice, you'll be able to achieve that.
No, the rhythm and flow that we have when we're speaking our native language is something that doesn't always translate so well when we're speaking in a different language or even a different dialect. So, taking the time to get familiar with how things sound and how things feel while you're speaking, you'll start to notice that progress over time. And eventually, it doesn't become so challenging to apply these things when we're speaking.
Thank you so much, Lydia, for joining us here today. And thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
See you soon. Thank you.